Good evening, fellow 50p collectors. Coin Snatcher here. So, an update tonight on the 50p collection, and this for those of you who are slightly blind, can't read. The technical word is illiterate. This is an Isle of Man diamond finish decimal coins set. So, this particular set came off eBay. After many hours of scrolling on eBay and looking at all these different sets, I came across this one and decided that I would add it into the collection. Not that I need to, because I have the coins already, but it makes for a nice spare. But the story with this one is that I made the bid on it and nobody else bid, so I picked it up for a good price. And then the next day the seller cancelled the order because they had got the postage amount wrong. So I think the postage amount was 87p, and obviously that wouldn't cover the postage on it, so they cancelled the order, and I got the obligatory message from eBay to say that it had been refunded. So I messaged the seller and was quite polite, but said, like, really, you shouldn't have cancelled it. You should have just asked me to pay the difference in postage, which, to be honest, I would have done because this set was a bargain. But basically, they relisted it on eBay. So after a few messages went backwards and forwards, the seller agreed to relist it, but with a buy it now price. And the buy it now price was the price that I'd originally paid, and then there was the new postage amount, which was a bit more expensive than 87p. I think it was £2.70 or something, so it's only like £1.63 or whatever more expensive than previously. It almost wasn't worth the hassle of going through the whole thing for £1.60, but I guess some people think differently to me. So I waited for a few days for this to arrive, and it arrived today. So let's take a look at it. So anybody who collects the Isle of Man coin sets will recognise these ones, the red envelope and the casing, which is the same as the Royal Mint ones. So when we open it up, luckily it comes with a certificate of authenticity. So this is a 1980 Isle of Man coin set. It issue limit 25,000, and it's diamond finish, and the COA is in perfect condition. That, unfortunately, is probably about the best thing we can say, because when I opened it up, it took it out of the envelope. Now, it had been sent in a air bubble envelope, so it was packaged reasonably well. But when it arrived, this is what it looks like. So, we can see that it's all cracked, it's broken, and there's a chunk missing out of the middle. And that chunk in the middle wasn't in the packaging or in the envelope, so this must have been sent out like this, and the pictures weren't on eBay to show the condition that it was in. It's not really an issue because I've got these spare from some of the old Royal Mint sets that I had, so I can always swap it over. But it does have a bit of toning on it, which is unfortunate, and we can see that the coins are a little bit dull, etc. And see that this one's fallen out and been put back in at an angle, and well, you can see the condition of that. But this is the coin we're interested in, so you can see the condition of the coin there is a bit of toning on that, but we'll get that into the cleaner, the silver cleaner that I have, and I would imagine all that will just come off. I don't really think that's a problem. Now, if we flip it over without it falling apart, hopefully, which it will do, we can have a look at the coins. So we've got the 2p fish, which is in the wrong way. We've got the 1p, which is the correct way around. Oh, sorry, I said 2p. That can't be 2p. That's half a pence, sorry. This is the 2p one here. They've got amazing designs on them. Coincidentally, of course, after last night's video, this one has a bird on it, which is pretty cool. And then we've got the 5p coin, locked in RAM on that. We've got the 10p coin, which looks like a peregrine falcon. So that's cool as well. They have what's that? Two of the coins have birds on them. One has fish, one has the Manx cat, one has the Lochtan ram, and then we have the 50 pence with the Viking ship on it, and we have the £1 coin as well. And these coins all have die marks on them. So the top coin, the fish, has a DD die mark, and then the Manx cat has a DD die mark. You can just see the DD die mark here. And then we have the Peregrine Falcon with a DD die mark under the 2. And then we have the Lochtan ram, and the DD die mark is down here in the corner. You can just have a little zoom in on that, you'll see that. And then moving over, we have the Peregrine Falcon, and again this has a DD die mark on it. And then unusually the £1 coin just on the very tip of the island here has a BB die mark rather than a DD die mark, so a bit unusual. I think all the sets are like that. I don't think it's out of the ordinary, but it's just strange that there's a BB die mark mixed in with all the DD die marks. And then we have the 50p coin as well. Now the reverse on this coin doesn't look as bad as the obverse, but the important thing with this is it has the DD die mark, and this is the really, really rare version of the DD die mark. So normally you would have 2 Ds, and you'd have a D about here, and then you'd have another one further up off to the right with a gap between them. With this one, the 2 Ds are just off to the top of the 5, and the 2 Ds are right beside each other. So you could probably go on eBay, and I would imagine for every 100 sets you look at, there's probably less than 5 have this DD die mark, the close together one as it's described. You can see the state of the coin there. It's not looking too good at all, but because this is a spare, I'm going to carry out a little experiment and see if we can clean it up a bit, put it in a capsule, because I'm not really interested in the rest of the set. But that was the first coin that arrived today. If anybody wants to know the price, message me. And then the second coin that arrived today is from the Westminster collection, Brilliant Uncirculated 50p, and this is the new Monopoly 50 pence. So as you'd expect from Monopoly 50p, you've got house there, the playing pieces, the iron, you've got community chest, you've got the boot, you've got the hotel, you've got the Monopoly logo, the racing car, another little house, the bag, the dog, the thimble. I'm not sure what this square is. I haven't been able to work that out yet. And then you got the top hat. You got the dice. The pair of dice, or pair of die, depending how you say it. It's 1 die, 2 dice, and then you have a set of the playing cards there as well. So what can I say about this 50p? Not much really. I mean, you could probably go onto the computer and make something like that yourself. There's nothing really that special about it in my opinion, but I believe this is going to be the first coin in a series of Monopoly coins, so it'll be interesting to see what the next one is. There we have Mr. Monopoly himself running off with the money. So again, desperate times for the Royal Mint. They're £36 million loss this year. They're not producing coins for any other countries. Basically, it's going down the Swanee pretty quickly. So, I imagine we might get at least 5 of these coins if there's a series, so they can get a bit of money off the collectors. On the obverse of the coin, just the standard now King Charles portrait, and it's a 2025 coin. So it's not an awful coin. It's not as bad as some of the Harry Potter designs, so I'm not going to slate it that much, but it's a pretty uninspiring design, shall we say. If you thought of a design for a Monopoly coin, you'd probably think of something along those lines. But for now, we'll get that into a capsule and get it into the collection. So that's it for this video. peace and love. Oh, let's just see where Jensen is tonight after his escapades yesterday. So the cage was open most of today, but I think after his shock yesterday, he's decided to stay in the cage most of today. He did come out and have a flyabout earlier on, and then he's gone back in his cage. This bird doesn't stop eating, so in one day there's seeds everywhere. He's got his he did have his grapes there, but he's knocked those off, and then he's got his bath of water and all the rest of it. And then he's got this mirror thing, which I got him in the pet shop, which he really, really likes. It's got a little bell on the end of it, and he spends hours playing with that. But there's Jensen. Where are you going, Jensen? Say hello. There we go. Oh, after me saying that's his little way in and out. So close him in at night and close him in while I'm at work during the day, and then when I come home from work he can come out and have a fly about for a bit. But he's a lovely little bird. He seems very well natured. He's not screeching or shouting, and he's not shitting everywhere, and there's not enough there for Christmas dinner, Les, so he'll certainly not be a Christmas dinner. But he's got lovely colourings on him for a Kakariki. So there we go, that's it for this video. There'll be another video tomorrow, as I've got a few other coins that have arrived, but for this video that's it for now. Peace and love. Coin Snatcher out.